Hello, it's like in here to show you the Big Bird paint coloring here. As you see, you see Big Bird, and along with it's like you see what's called Oscar. His name Oscar from from Sesame Street, and then along with a few shapes and colorings, along with a few paint brushes, and along with the paint tray. But what you see is a Big Bird. Is that I went ahead and added some pictures right here. Is that you got the what you call the brush touch? Is that you would depend on what head you were using. If you were using like a smaller type brush or maybe a bigger type brush, I don't even know what all the names of the brushes that they have nowadays. But if you would use the different types of brushes, to be able to paint on with the paint kits that you can buy, and but the way that I usually would draw pictures is like such as cartoon characters or any type of object. Is I would head and drew like crosshairs, like a little cross right here that you would position a character or an object, such as if you want to draw a tree or maybe a cartoon character. That the way I positioned it is that I went ahead and drew a straight line going, which is called horizontal, and then one going across, and you would draw one part of the picture right here on this side, and then one part of the picture on this side, left to right side, and well, I guess however you like, if you want to start from the left to the right or the right to the left, but you would be able to draw like a small piece of it, a small portion of it, just like kind of like a puzzle. You draw a small portion of it, and then work your way on one. Start like on a small area of a sketch. So start from a small area, and then work your way towards the other part, and then draw like the bottom, to include the mouth, and then the other side that would include the mouth. And then from there, and which I would probably say is like if you're going to use like a cross to make sure that your character is like an all even. That if anything, maybe use a light pencil. That way you can erase the lines later on. But there's something to kind of keep it in position from where you're drawing it. But so far as a character, like I went ahead and drew a truck right here. It's like you got the bigger tire on the front and the smaller tire, but it's like you could have it to where the truck is going up and down. Going up and down hill or something like that, going up on bumps or something like that. But you got the truck right there, and then along with the star, I went ahead and drew the star on there, and then along with the flowers. The way I drew the flowers, that it's kind of like a dot design. That I went ahead and use you connect the dots. Is that so far with Big Bird paint? Is if one easy way that maybe some kids could do it is that if they were to go by the dots, to connect the dots. So what I did, for this tree right here, I drew it by the dots. Is that you match them up by the numbers. It's like 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16. However many numbers it takes, if you want to use numbers or letters or something like that in order to create what you call that special type of artwork. But it's like, of course, that this will maybe be one of the easiest way, and another is by maybe forming different shapes by connecting the dots. But kind of like it's like with this right here, it's like the circle that would match with Elmo, the eyes, and then the lids, and then but like the mouth, it's like you would probably need to have like that little round what you call that up to under square type shape in order to be able to form the mouth, and then along with the side of with the chin, and then along with the rest of the face of Elmo. But you got the X, and then the square, and then the circle. But so far with connected dots, is that you use these different paint brushes. It's like with the paints, it's that you'll be able to mix the colors in, and the center mix the colors in, to be able to allow it to mix the colors in to be able to change color. If you only had maybe a variety of maybe 8 different colors, and then you wanted the colors to get lighter, then a lot of times it's like if you memorized it before that if you mix red and green together, then it makes like a little brownish type color, which I wouldn't even know exactly what colors, if you mix what color with what, then what color it would make. But if I remember right, that I think red and green are would form like a little dark brown type color. But got the colors, and along with the shapes, and along with these different these different paintbrushes. But then along with the dolphin, I went ahead and drew a dolphin on there. But so far as is painting a picture, it's like a lot of times with cartoon characters, as cartoon characters, or it could be a tree or whatever you're coloring. It could be drawing a star, or it could be as like or a flower. That a lot of times is I went ahead and use these crosshairs that they would be able to keep whatever you're trying to draw in position, and you just start from one side to another, and then kind of connect them, just like you would be connecting like with the puzzle. But so far with Big Bird paint, it's that with Big Bird, it's like it's like so far with the form, it's like that you have the variety of colors, orange, and you have peach, and maybe a little bit of red right in here, and it's like be able to draw them. The way it's like way he was drawn right here is that to start with like the side by side type motion, or if you would want to use the up and down type motion is to make like little dots, the depth the brush lightly, and then kind of blend all the colors in, and it's kind of like which I didn't use no paintbrush on this coloring here, but like for example is like that what this coloring here is that I went ahead and just use dots to form this flower right here. But so far as coloring it is that a lot of times it's like that what I usually do is use the crosshairs to be able to color to draw the characters and stuff. But so far as the different shapes and connecting the dots, it's like so far what drawing that perfect picture is that that a lot of times if you were to draw, then it's like you would maybe come up with a few horizontal lines, such as an X or maybe a square, but one way it's like you could, it's like look at it, it's like you're trying to draw that straight line is kind of position it to where you're drawing from, and then to where you're going to, and then hold it sturdy as you can, is to hold it sturdy, and then it should be able to form like a straight line, from the start and then to the to the end point. That is to draw like like laser point is like kind of like what I did with this brush right here, is that is you start from there and then you work outward, but draw a straight line, and then you pretty much you would connect the dots to be able to form a type of character like the character Elmo. But they are as like in this so far with the different colorings. You got the truck, and along with the paint brushes, and along with the A+ is like and Big Bird paint color.